Hi Aquarius, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. If you're just discovering the channel, thank you. My name is Michelle and I am an astrologer and tarot card reader, and I use astrology, tarot cards, and oracle cards to divine weekly messages for you so that you can understand the energy that's having greatest impact on you and how to work with it to the best outcome or for the best outcome. So please remember to subscribe to my channel and ring that notification bell so that you know when I upload your favorite content. I also always provide extended readings, and those links are right below. You can take them on in one of two ways: the traditional way by buying it individually, or you can subscribe to my membership Unbound. The Unbound membership allows a lot of perks, but biggest perk is that you get unlimited access to all the extended videos. So I hope to see you there and on the members only live chats. There's a second YouTube channel that I have called Astrology Motivation, which I invite you to, where we discuss or have daily tarot card readings, just general readings. And it's a live chat, so we'll have general discussions as well. It's a lot of fun, and I also post pick a card readings over there as well. I'll post the link above. Let's start out with your astrology. There's a lot going on in your first, second, and now third houses. So the sun just entered your third house. And what does that mean? Well, I think it's understanding how greatly you have an impact when you speak, right? When you talk to people or on your friends. Also illuminating the importance of friendship, or how much you see yourselves and have learned about yourself through your friends, especially ways that you have maybe messed up or done harm, or you feel things that you still feel ashamed of. So this is a great time to actually call people, talk to them, hash stuff out with them. It's a great growth period time for you and your house of friendship. Now your first house is still jam-packed with Saturn, Mars, and Venus. Venus is catching up to Saturn now, actually. It's closer to Saturn than it is to Mars. Venus and Mars were running like right on top of each other, all kinds of kinky and shit in your first house, damn. And but they've been doing that all year. They did that in Capricorn too. They're just like total whores. But see, Venus is now closer to Saturn, and that has a greater impact on basically your sense of propriety, your sense of authenticity, your standards. It's almost like the difference between how you act with your boyfriend and how you act in front of your dad. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking different. So ultimately, there's going to be a shift of character right now, and really understanding just how much of an impact you have on the world around you, and maybe what that responsibility entails. This is all good stuff that we're kind of like this week. This week the challenge is in kind of owning those aspects of ourselves that we know we could have done better on. Those aspects of our life that we know we should have, we are in some ways ashamed of, right? Because we know that we're better than that, and yet did we behave that way? And it's in the confrontation of those situations that we will be able to grow this week. And why are we growing? Because there's such expansion coming, right? You only expand when you learn, right? You expand through other people. People are teaching you lessons all the time. And ultimately, that's how you're growing right now, especially with Chiron in your third house along with the sun. Chiron is in Aries right now, right? Chiron is the teacher, the one who helps us understand pain and suffering in the way that it'll help us grow, right? And ultimately, that's illuminating your third house right now. So it could have to be some confrontations run-ins with friends, or situations with friends, or that you have been through, or that you've been working through. But let's talk about your second house, which is usually the house of money, honey, right? Hold on. Yeah, we're going right away. Aquarius, Pisces. That's your second house. What a strange house to have as your second house. But ultimately, it's what you got, baby. And it's part of what makes you so unique, because this is ever expansive, ever expanding. And when it comes to money, you can always find something to do with it. You like it growing, and you like to not like have to actually watch it, or for it to have to be constantly organized. You just love you love the dreaminess of what you can do with the resources that you have. That's really cool energy. And Mercury is there, about to slide out of your second house into your third house. And I believe when Mercury slides from one house to another, it delivers messages. So what is your second house going to say to your third house? What is Mercury going to make your third house aware of? Basically, this sense of everything that can be done, this sense of there is no restrictions, this sense of optimism, this message that there's luck coming up, there's abundance coming up. And so, bam, that hits your third house. And do you want to share it? Right? Do you want to let everybody know? Do you want to, who do you trust? It's going to become really clear really quickly. So let's get into your cards. Aquarius. 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 Transformation is beautiful. So this is the rising after the total destruction and annihilation. And it's got 11 here, which is very much it's a great energy for you, because it's about awakening, and it's about recognizing something outside of what you could have ever dreamed of. I wonder if the caterpillar has dreams of becoming a butterfly. I wonder if it knows that's where it's headed, or if it just does what it does day in and day out, and when the time comes, it allows itself to trust the transition that it has to go through, never knowing that what may feel like the death for the caterpillar, because it really is the death for the caterpillar, is actually a rebirth, a transformation into a whole different way to live. So gear up, Aquarius, because that's what's happening to you. A whole different way to live. Now, what does that mean, and how is that going to impact Aquarius? Aquarius in their day-to-day. Overcome any obstacle. This is Taurus energy. Figuring out, making things solid, persevering, pushing through, confronting. Trust in divine detours. Sagittarius energy. Act quickly on your feet, improvise, and have a light heart, and open to infinite possibility. This is your energy. Expansion, growth, broadening. The Star card. I think that your life is about to take a turn for the better. In what areas of your life? There's definitely finances here. You could also be traveling. The finances or the traveling could be because of the finances, or traveling, for work or whatever. Also a sense of seeing a higher perspective, understanding that there's a different way that you can use your money. So it could be that you are seeing a world interest, or suddenly you have a global interest. You could also be making money on a global scale, right? So there's something here that's kind of expanded your pocketbook, or the way that you intake money, or the way that you feel like you're going to distribute money on a global scale. Open to infinite possibilities is here. There's in other words, even though you may have this big glorious dream, I don't think you've seen as far as this can go. And with the Star card on the table, this could be about something charitable, humanitarian. Let's see how far this will go. Let's see how far this will go. How far is this going to go for Aquarius? How far is this going to go? Reclaim your power. That doesn't answer any question at all. In fact, that implies that you're getting your sense of self back, or that something that you have lost. So this could have been something that was taken from you in the past, legitimately, like literally taken from you, or just a sense of a boost coming back, like a powerful wave forward, a powerful bush, a powerful bush. I don't know, maybe you got one. A powerful push forward. Reclaiming your power is a sense of you have persevered. And now you're coming out of the darkness. You're allowing yourself to be seen. You're getting back not just what you've lost in terms of things, but what you've lost in terms of your sense of self. So this is, maybe you've taken a detour. Maybe your finances have taken a hit because you wanted them to, but maybe they've taken a hit, or maybe you didn't expect which way you were going. All of a sudden now you feel a lot more solid in the decisions that you've made or the path that you're on. And that's what reclaiming your power is. It's realizing that you've got everything that you need in your sense of self. Okay? But what's happening? What's happening? 3D, real world, what's happening? Take a leap of faith and use your mind wisely. Okay, these things kind of conflict. But ultimately not when you make the key component the self, right? Take a leap of faith, we think faith in God, which absolutely. Pig spirit, use your mind wisely. It's saying it. You be smart about shit, right? Take a leap in yourself. Take a leap of faith in yourself. Take a leap of faith would normally imply I'm just gonna like trust in God and God will figure stuff out and like God will guide me. That's awesome. But then it's saying use your mind, which means you're responsible here. This is saying take a leap of faith in yourself. Take a leap of faith in what you know. Take a leap of faith in your knowledge and your wisdom. Take a leap of faith in not your arrogance, but what you've learned, right? That's kind of what you're doing right now. And use your mind wisely. This is the when pigs fly card. This is almost like it's saying not just I believe I can fly, but I know I can fly because I figured it out. And now it's just like, okay, I figured it out, and now I've just got to push myself out of the nest and just take this flight, take my first flight. So it is time for you to take your first flight. I think you're just figuring out something about yourself that has changed. You're just figuring out an aspect of your life that is just not only changed, but it's simmered down enough so that you can spread your wings and try to use them for the first time. So this is you really taking flight. But it's you prepared for this flight. That's the thing. You figured it out. You weren't necessarily born to understand or know how to fly, but you do now. You figured it out. So you're taking a leap of faith in what you figured out. You may be taking a leap of faith in a collection of knowledge, like you've been like leap of faith in something that you've been learning. You may be taking a leap of faith in something that you discovered or something that you've been working on. I don't feel relationship coming from here, but you may. It's just you're taking a leap of faith in your own knowledge and your own knowledge banks and what you've learned and what you know and what you understand, right? And the pig spirit is I figured out how to make a pig. I found a way to make the impossible happen, and have faith that you actually have. You have found a way to make the impossible happen. Okay. Aquarius, we have mental conflict. Okay. Faith or what I know. Faith or what, maybe that's what it is. It's maybe there is a divide between faith and what I know. Knowing that I can handle this, knowing that I can do this. Solve that conflict by having faith in yourself. Mental conflict, heart chakra. Oh, this is a mind-heart struggle. And this could very well be a mind faith struggle. It's like, I feel, it's not about feeling. We're gonna work through this. Take a leap of faith and use your mind wisely. Your brain is telling you something, and your brain and your heart are conflicted. Okay, your brain and your heart are conflicted. What is the nature of the conflict between Aquarius's brain and heart? What is the nature of the conflict? Between TikTok, you thought you were running out of time. You thought time was up. Something about time. Something about time. You thought you were in a rush, or you thought you were under the gun. You thought, yeah, you thought you were running out of time. And chopped wood is a sense of maybe you were running out of time. You still have work to do. You feel you still have work to do, but you feel you're running out of time. Or you feel like you're running out of time with the work that you have to do. Like you don't have enough time to do everything that you need to do. Or, yeah, chop, it's still work. It's work. It's working on something. Yeah, but this is too abstract. Like, what are you working on? 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 Aquarius, what is Aquarius working on? Your dreams need a practical plan. I think you felt crunched. Like ultimately you had these high hopes, and ultimately you saw something in front of you, and it's like, I'm going to take this chance. I'm going to take this opportunity. I'm going to use what I see in front of me and make it into the dreams that I want to happen. But are they actually your dreams? And this is what's going to become really fucking clear to you now. Your dreams need a practical plan. And this is the full moon in Taurus. And this is a great, kind of a powerful card, which is reminding us that, yeah, first of all, dreams, what is that? That's Pisces energy, and that's your second house. So it could be like over budgeting, right? Overspending. It could be like you thought everything was possible, and everything is possible, but how do you make it possible? Take a leap of faith, but also use your mind wisely. That's the thing. It's like, I know it, I feel it, it's real, but how do I manifest it? Can I do it? You can't do it all at once. That's the thing. Whenever anything enters the intellectual and practical realm of the 3D world, it slows down, and it turns into effort, and it turns into more work than maybe you thought it would be. But it isn't. It isn't. It's the work that you have to do. And if you've been feeling overburdened or bogged down with all the work that you have to do to keep up with where you want your dreams at, ultimately, either you underestimated the work that needed to be done to get you to where you wanted to go. And there's that strain. It's supposed to feel like this. It doesn't come easy and flowing. It comes through hard work. That doesn't mean that you're getting a grandiose no. All that it means is that you've got to keep going. Tenacity, integrity, and compassion are the 3 components of success in this energy. So ultimately, it's saying, use your brain wisely. Keep building what you've architected. Keep building that structure. Even if you're getting exhausted, it is the practical work that is actually the leap of faith. It's the practical work that's saying that is your demonstration of faith. Is putting what you've conceived of into practical use. That is the leap of faith. Because it's not going to necessarily, why is it a leap of faith? Because it's scary, right? And it's a challenge. And it's also not yielding something immediately. But that's okay. So where are we headed? That's what I really want to know. Where are we headed? That's what I really want to know. Where is Aquarius headed? Where is Aquarius headed? Make time for self-care. Taking care of yourself is essential right now. Okay, citrine. Unnecessary worries. Release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing and solutions. Okay? And then we have in reverse, control issues. Utilize your God-given strength and power instead of fearing that others may try to control you. So in reverse, in the past then, there's an implication where you shut down too much. You shut down too much because you wanted, like control mattered too much to you. Right? Your 12th house is in Capricorn. You hate the feeling of not being able to control things. And that's why you like to move real slow and know every particular detail, because it's just surprising. You try to control the primal. And that's never going to work. Never. Never. There was something like unexpectedly out of control that ultimately the key for you was to, I don't know, this is about over controlling, maybe even micromanaging something, and that may be falling apart for you. And then take time for self-care. Taking care of yourself is essential right now. And then unnecessary worries. Release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing and solutions. We need these cards. 31. Somebody's been talking a big game. Somebody's been talking a big game. And they need to be brought back into balance. Whoever's been talking a big game needs to be brought back into balance. Not back down to earth, but they need to be brought back into balance, because there's a sense of overreaching and overstretching and overpromising. Let's go to tarot to figure out who that is and how to work with that energy. I'll talk to you guys there.